Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Q&A video. So I usually get too many questions regarding exercise and strengthening, but last week I had a question regarding core exercises. So the question was, how do you schedule your core strengthening exercises, and also when do you schedule them? Because I know that it can be confusing sometimes to know when to do your core strengthening exercises, how many exercises to do. Should you do them before or after your workouts? So I am hoping that this video will clarify a lot of those points so that at least you know how to get started with core strengthening and how to do it properly. So I want to have two parts of this video. The first part I'm going to be focusing on when to schedule your core exercises, and then the second part is going to be more about how to create your program that's specific for your needs, so that you're not just doing so many exercises at once and not seeing the results. So when it comes to strengthening, there's two ways really you can go about it. You can do it as part of your workout routine, or you can just schedule time in your day to do them if you don't work out or you go to the gym. So for me, what I used to do was I used to schedule a 10-minute session apart from my daily workouts just to focus on core and glute strengthening. So I would wake up 15 minutes earlier in the morning, and then I would do my strengthening routines there. I did hip strengthen and as well as core strengthening. The reason why I did that was because I always noticed that I had less pain every time I started my mornings with strengthening exercises. Especially if you have an office job, or you have to work sitting for longer hours every day. If you start with some movement, it will really get blood flowing, it will help your joints. The other thing is that most people are usually very productive in the morning, and then you start to feel lazy in the afternoon and the evening. So if you know that you're not that kind of person who can commit and stay consistent with the strengthening routine, maybe you should just force yourself to do it in the morning and just get it out of the way so it's done. If you do work out at a gym or you are following a fitness program, then I really highly suggest that you start incorporating some of this core strengthening in your warm-ups in the form of prehab exercises. And also, if you like to work out your abs, then you can also do maybe some planking at the end of your workout. Now here's the thing, you want to activate your core before your workout. You don't want to fatigue your abs too much, because I have always noticed that when I do too many exercises like the plank, for example, that requires a lot of stability and a lot of effort on my part, I notice that when I go and I do another exercise that requires that much effort again, like the deadlift or the squats, I feel a lot of fatigue actually, and I don't do that many repetitions because I notice that if I keep going, I keep pushing, then my low back is gonna start kicking in, and I don't want that to happen. So it's very important to activate your core, but do not do too many ab workout like crunches and too many planks before your workout if you're doing things with weights and you know that you will really need your core to be there to stabilize you. You can do your core strengthening daily. You really do it as needed. You can do it every day if you need to. The important thing is to focus on good quality repetitions. So I don't want you to just pick an exercise and start doing 20 reps just to get it done. It really doesn't matter how many repetitions you do if you're doing shitty repetitions with bad form and you don't even feel it in your core. You have to feel every repetition. You really connect with your muscles. Use that time to really connect with every single part of your body and focus on good quality repetitions, even if you just have to do 2 or 3 exercises to start with. Okay, so now I want to talk a little bit about how to go about structuring your strengthening routines so that you can actually start seeing some results and feeling the difference. I always like to start with low impact exercises that are very easy, that helps me to connect back to my body, and usually that is in some form of diaphragmatic breathing. So I try to first connect with my low back and my core by breathing deeply into my belly and then putting my hands on my belly to feel the sides expanding and my body is relaxing to allow me to really tap into the deep core muscles. I always do 3 to 4 exercises, not more. The reason for this is if you have a list of 10 exercises, chances are you really won't know which ones are working best for your body. And a huge thing about low back pain and strengthening is you want to be able to assess and monitor your progress. If you are not able to monitor your progress, it's really hard to know which direction are you heading towards. So pick from 3 to 4 exercises, really master those exercises, slow and controlled repetitions until you really master each exercise. And you want to be able to tap into the core through breathing, a combination of breathing and the exercise. Then you'll notice that every week, of course, you are going to start gaining more strength. What happens here is that people will start adding more exercises. What I like to do is I like to keep focusing on those 3 to 4 exercises, but what I do is I will either do more repetitions up to 15 if I was doing 10, or I will add the intensity. So for example, if I used to do plank on my knees, I will do regular plank on my feet. So try to make the exercise a tiny bit more challenging. For example, if you're doing glute strength and you want to add some challenge, you want to add a resistance band instead of just body weight training. You want to always add a little bit of intensity as you progress, but you only do that once you master the exercise and you're very confident in actually being able to add that challenge. So again, increasing the intensity by either increasing the number of repetitions or adding some challenge into the exercise. Don't do both. Start with one and then move your way to the next. So every 2 weeks, I really would like you to assess again where your core is at. A great way to do that, maybe do some planking. Each week you do the plank and you see how long you are able to maintain it with good form again, and see how easier it feels for you to do those exercises. If, for example, when you first started, you were only able to do 8 repetitions, or maybe hold the plank for 20 seconds, but now you can do it up to 40 seconds. That is progress. And of course, you can switch it up and add a new exercise, but at least you know the basics and you can follow the same steps with the new exercise as well. And there are so many core exercises you can do, and I know that it can be tough sometimes to get them done on the floor when you're having back pain, because it can be tough to get back up. But I want you to not get discouraged, because there are so many other exercises you can do standing. You don't even have to get on the mat or anything. You can do the exercises standing. You can do the exercises on your bed. Deep core exercises have nothing to do with the regular crunches or the regular ab workouts that you normally see. We're not here looking to get a 6-pack of abs. What we want to do is we want to tap into those deep core muscle, create some stability around the lower back, and that could definitely be achieved with other exercises rather than the regular ones that you normally see. And I want to mention something very important. You always want to work on movement integration. So even though you want to work on core strengthening, but you also have to integrate a little bit of glutes into those core strengthening routines, some postural therapies, because we cannot isolate. You can't just strengthen your core and then expect everything to work. You have to train your muscles to work together. The core likes to work with strong glutes, so add some glute training into your core routines. You can do 2 exercises for core activation. You can follow it with 2 more exercises for glute and hip strengthening, and then at the end you can do a stretch or postural therapy. Like, it's not just about one area of the body that needs to be fixed. We have to look at the whole body as one unit and work on strengthening everything and really build programs that take that into consideration. So that's it, guys. These are really the key things that I wanted to include in this video. These are the things that I follow myself whenever I create a new core routine for myself. I still do these things every single day. These are the same basic principles. You have to always keep working on your body, keep on strengthening, maintaining the body, just like you have to maintain your car every year. But this is your body. You have to do it every day. There are really no rest days when it comes to maintenance for your body, because you have to keep it moving, and the things that don't move, they really start degenerating. This is just how nature works in general. So you have to always keep moving, keep challenging your body a little bit to give it a reason to grow and get stronger. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys next week.